What's up, everyone? This is Z with Smokers Haven Fantasy Football Podcast, here with Coop and Andy.
What's up?
Fuck myself up trying to start different.
Did you forget our names or what?
Forgot my own. Today we're going to go over our RSO rookie draft that we just got done doing, and a partial of another one. RSO's Reality Sports Online. Of course, everyone watching probably already knows. But first we'll do news and notes.
Dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all.
It's still the greatest.
That's awesome.
Let's see. What do we have going on?
Tyler Boyd.
Oh, yeah, Tyler Boyd. That's who it was. I forgot his name. Also, I was like, what's his name again? Crap.
Keep saying we got to stop getting high before the show.
Right. He goes ahead and signs a 1-year deal with Tennessee. So it really makes that an interesting wide receiver core now with Hopkins and Ridley.
Yeah, they got and Treylon Burks, who's apparently just done.
Yeah. Rashee Rice trying to get suspended for the whole year.
You did it, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking he might have pulled it off. If this is legit,
Good job.
I think he went from the possible 8-game suspension to just being one of those like indefinite, like
Does he become the new
just
Josh
come back at
Gordon?
the end of the season and we'll talk.
Is he the new Josh Gordon?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, doesn't sound good. That's for sure. Yeah, that's probably about it, huh?
Yeah, not really a whole lot. I mean, Joe Burrow says he's getting better, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous to see some rumors on X, which if you don't follow us on X, you should. Smokers Haven on there at 605 Token Podcast.
You should.
Definitely should. We got like 250 followers now.
Oh, snap.
We got the Dynasty Dummies to follow us. I posted how fire that intro was that we listened to, the Aladdin one. Good stuff.
No.
That was awesome.
I liked it, like I said, but not on the Aladdin. Stay away from Aladdin.
Aladdin's great. They did a good job. They always do.
But yeah, just not a lot in the.
Well, it's
anything
kind of the
going
dead
on right
season now after the rookie draft.
Yep.
That's why we should
probably
be
going
doing
to see a few free agent signings here and there as teams.
older players.
Yeah.
Now that I don't think they count for compensatory picks anymore, so now you see teams sign more players.
Yeah.
Now they don't count against them. All right. Yeah, do the screen share. We'll pull up the RSO draft board, round 1 of my draft.
Boom, 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 boom.
And it started off just like you expect it would in a super flex 2 tight end league. Caleb Williams goes number 1 to Andy.
Yep. You got to take a quarterback when you can in that first round.
And you got to take Caleb Williams, especially in a super flex for the safety of the, even though he's kind of a pocket passer, he's safe. Where Jaden Daniels is a risk.
Who I think was honestly the better of the 2 quarterbacks
I was
this year.
trying to talk myself into taking him.
I think he has the higher ceiling and also the lower floor, where he could just end up being hurt all the time, just not pan out. He could also be the quarterback 1 in fantasy scoring.
If he can stop crying.
No, I'm talking Jaden Daniels.
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I'm saying he could either not work out, just be hurt a bunch, or he could be the number 1 in fantasy. Where
I
Caleb
think
Williams
as long as he
isn't gonna
doesn't get
ever be-
RG3'd, he'll be okay.
Caleb will never be the number 1, but he should be better than like Trevor Lawrence. And that's like low end quarterback 1, maybe middle quarterback 1.
Did you say something about CJ Stroud, though? And he came out.
He wasn't
fired,
QB. He did, and he was QB 3 or 4.
But still.
That's really good. I'm just saying his ceiling's not QB 1 because he doesn't have the rushing. Top 5, he could definitely be top 5. He's good, but I just don't see him as like the guy. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
Well, that and he is still in Washington until they get that offensive line fixed.
Jaden Daniels, yeah. I think they're going to be all right. I hate saying that, being in my division and all. But I think Washington's going to be all right. Chicago, too.
Yeah, not any of our divisions, so. Going on, then we got you taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep. At that point, I'm set at quarterback, or I would have considered Drake May here. But I have Dak, Burrow, and Anthony Richardson. It's like I need a receiver, and Marvin Harrison's the best one of the group. So I thought it was a pretty easy choice there.
Yeah. And then moving on here, we got the reach of the draft. Hold on.
And let me get,
Ask the child if he or she is choking.
Are you choking? Are you choking?
yeah, absolute reach, for sure.
JJ McCarthy as the
To his defense,
third quarterback and the fourth pick. Like, what?
yeah, he was a fifth quarterback drafted.
Third. That was
No, I mean in real life, he was fifth,
Yeah.
pick 10. So he's a Vikings fan. Give it to burnt cookies. That played into it for
Yeah.
sure.
That's
And
probably a homework pick.
you know what? In fantasy football, you want to root for your players. And
Come
so you pick the
on,
quarterback
Sam
of your
Darnold.
team. That's the future guy. I can't blame him.
Come on, Sam Darnold.
I wouldn't have done it, but I can't blame him for it.
Next up, we had pick 5. We got Jarvis taking Brock Bowers.
It's a good pick. 2 tight end league. It's hard to score points at tight end in this league. So
And to get what's supposed to be a good tight end, we'll
Yep.
see how the quarterback situation plays out and such, but we'll see.
I might have went Malik Neighbors, but
I would have.
I
Looking
can't
at his
fault him
team,
for Bowers.
I would have.
Moving on, then at 6, Teabaggers, a.k.a. Wade, a.k.a. Grimace.
There's your Easter egg.
And
There's your
took Malik Neighbors, as we were just talking about, maybe taking Neighbors there at 5. But, I mean, that's getting a steal at 6, honestly, I think, to end up with Malik Neighbors there.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's a really good pick for him there.
I don't see anybody else you take.
Pick 7, you got Bald Beavers, my brother, a.k.a. Jimbo, taking Rome Odunze.
Which I thought he was going to. This is where I thought he was going to take May. Because he only had Lamar. At the
Yeah,
time.
I could see an
So he
argument
would
for
have
a
took
quarterback
I thought he
here.
was going to take Jaden, and I thought he was going to take Drake May.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
he thought
Drake May
about it
slipped
too,
really,
but
really far. He should have been pick 4 if you're going to take a quarterback. If you're not taking one, I could see him slipping there, but that's a long ways to let the number 3 pick in the draft fall in a super flex league.
yeah. Next up, we got me, pick 8, Donkey Puncher, taking Xavier Worthy.
Pissing off the next guy.
Yeah, pissed off the next guy really bad, especially with what happened in the other draft. It happened to him twice.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, it's one of those
He's
things.
just not supposed to have that guy.
Yep. Especially now with what's happening with Rashid Rice trying to be done for the year.
Yeah, Worthy
makes
steps
him
into being the
number
probably
2.
number 2 guy.
So just more targets to go around for him. But yeah, I mean, just the speed, and basically that's what Andy Reid's offense has been missing, is that over the top take the defense off type speed.
And Worthy's not just fast either. I was talking to Matt. I think amongst the fantasy people, I think his value probably took a hit running that record time because people are like, "Oh fuck, he's just fast."
Like,
no,
no.
he's actually good too. He's not just fast. He can run routes. He's not some Raiders fast guy where that's all he does. I
Yeah.
say Raiders because I constantly think of them taking a bunch of scrubs that are just fast.
The only good one they really got, they ended up trading away, which was Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, he's good.
Yeah, he was
Great
good.
route runner.
But
I like Worthy. Good pick. Other than, like I said, quarterback got to go in here somewhere.
which is what there goes
Dun, 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 dun.
Giants
That
falling
speaks
down.
on how good the Giants are going to be this year. They're going to be fucking that good. They are going to be the worst team in that division. There's zero doubt in my mind that they are the worst team in the NFC East, maybe in the NFL.
Okay, how do we get to that?
It fell.
Oh, okay.
So
Perfect time to talk shit about the Giants.
speaking of talking shit, Dark Star Giants, Shay took Drake May.
Yeah, he got a steal right there at 9.
It is a steal, but at the same time, you get the one quarterback who has absolutely no weapons.
They drafted a bunch though. We'll see.
We'll see if something sticks, but
I mean, they drafted a bunch of receivers.
you don't have anybody else. This is where I think I don't know if T. Higgins would go there, but to me it makes sense. He gets to
that'd
be
be-
the number
yeah.
one
Yeah, if T gets
rookie
traded,
quarterback. He's going to get hyper targeted probably, so be a good landing spot for T. I think. Then we
Hold
had
on.
Oh.
Before you announce this one, so in our group chat, this is where I said something about quarterbacks because I thought Brandon was going to take the guy that I end up taking. So I said something about quarterbacks to distract him. Like I started a group chat thing about it's like, oh, there's some more quarterbacks out there, sweet, because I'm gonna stock up on them. Okay, now go ahead.
mind tricks, just like Denver played when they drafted this guy, or before they drafted this guy, supposedly.
Yeah.
made the Vikings trade up.
and spend draft capital. We had Brandon taking the oldest man in the draft, Bo Nix.
Quarterback. Yes.
He's 26
It worked.
years old already.
Yeah, there were other people I would have taken right here.
So, but yeah. But you got a quarterback who's probably going to be the starter, so,
Yeah,
because they don't have anything else. Then you got me following up here at 11, coming back to me for my second first round pick. And I took Keon Coleman, wide receiver, Buffalo.
not a homer pick at all, right?
No. Well, in a way, but at the same time, though, to me, it was who I thought is one of the better wide receivers outside of those were the neighbors, Odunze,
You're
and
not a Brian Thomas guy. I personally think Brian Thomas is probably he's probably my 4. Maybe he's my 5 after Worthy now, being a Chief. I think I have him right there. But Keon Coleman's in a good spot. Gets to be the wide receiver 1 for Buffalo,
yeah.
unless they trade for T. Higgins.
That's what I think. I think he goes there.
We'll see. Again, I think that'd be a really good wide receiver duo, though, too. So it'd be interesting to see.
Oh, damn. Congrats to Ryan got his first stripe today. He's in jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
Wait, Reno
Yeah,
is in jujitsu. Okay,
that's badass.
not a boy. Good job, bud.
Congrats. All right, continue.
All right. Then we had Inside Insight at 112. Take Brian Thomas Jr. So
Yeah, I texted him. That was he got a good value pick right there.
that kind of ends round 1. Going into round 2, we had Andy starting off, taking Trey Benson.
Yep.
Picking the second best running back in the draft.
I took him because I have Bryce Young already, and I don't need more than one Carolina Panther on my team.
Yeah, I can see he's got a good chance to take over for Connor. That offense is probably going to be better than Carolina this year.
Well, yeah, until Bryce Young is gone and they get a new
Same
quarterback.
time, I got like
We'll
I got
see.
4 years with them, and I'm
Probably.
kind of in a rebuild position anyway. So
Oh shit! Open our little thing, show people our helmets.
oh, fine. All right, ta-da! Dun dun dun.
It looks way better like that.
It does.
Yeah, good pick with Benson. If you're going running back, though, I would have taken this
I needed
the other
one.
guy.
I had Kenneth Gainwell on my list.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk about that at some point.
We had next up, you took Lad McConkey first. You had back-to-back picks here.
No,
So-
he had back to back to back.
So I had picks 3 and 4. And after Andy took Trey Benson, and who I feel is the number 1 running back was still on the board. I traded up for that next pick, and then it just happened to be the order I put them in. But so it was Ladd and then Jonathan Brooks. Those two definitely were 2 and 3 in whichever order you want to say. And then Ben Sanat was my reach of the draft. Being
Taking
2
a
tight
tight end.
end, I didn't know if he'd get back to me at 11.
I see what you did there with Jonathan Brooks, putting him at 15, because that's been a sweet spot in the drafts, it seems like.
I wish that's why I did it. But yeah, it seems like that's been a
Sweet
value
spot.
pick
So
for-
we'll see what happens. But just kind of happened to notice that. I was like, you cheeky bastard.
and then it also makes him just a hair cheaper
Yeah.
for running backs. You don't know for sure if they're even going to be here in 4 years. So
Yeah. You get
and then
100,000 off the deal.
a Lad there at the second pick. I think he has a chance to take over that one spot. It's a run heavy offense for sure. But I mean, if he can get 120 targets or something, I think he's be in a decent spot.
Well, especially on if he can put up like an 80 catch, 1,100 yard rookie year, that's pretty good.
That'd be amazing. I don't think he does that.
Nah.
I
We'll see.
just don't see Harbaugh doing that.
Well, he might have to. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Then next up here,
We'll go burnt cookies at 5. with
5.
Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall.
So we'll see if San Francisco holds on to Debo and Ayuk.
Sounds
Sounds
like
like
an
they wanna
interesting
re-sign
3
Ayuk.
for at least a year, because little white guy in the slot works out usually. Look, ask Edelman and Welker.
I like the pick. These receivers, all these guys right here, are kind of interchangeable, whichever one you like the best. So
The next one I thought was, honestly, he should have probably gone before fucking Pearsall, with Bald Beavers taking Adonai Mitchell. I thought he should have gone.
his ceiling's really high.
Yeah.
He has the talent to be like an actual number one guy on a team. He won't be right away because Pittman's there, and it's going to be there. But Adonai can be really good. He could also just not be good at all.
Yeah. But to me, he kind of has that same body figure of a Pittman. So
He
give
has
him
the
a
look
chance
of
to
wide
learn.
receiver, like a wide receiver 1 type guy.
So we'll see what happens. And then next up, we had Fish taking Malachi Corley.
It's your guy, right?
Yeah, he's actually really big. Steve Smith was really big on him. He was saying this kid, he reminds a lot of Cooper Kupp coming out. So
Oh, if he's smart and runs routes well, Aaron Rodgers will use him.
yeah, and going to the Jets. Yeah, I mean they've got Wilson and who else? Didn't they sign somebody else?
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. Oh, he's always hurt. So yeah, he'll be the 2.
I hope not. I need him this year in a couple spots.
You needed him every year in a couple spots.
Because I have him in a lot of spots.
Yeah, but you've needed
I
him
count
every
on
year.
him.
So he's
And
never
guess
there.
where he's at on the IR.
Most
Never
of the
there
time.
for you, bud.
Most of the time. A couple times. He's
Time
come
to
through.
let him go. It's
Not
like
happening.
Toy Story. Put him in the box and give him to the kids at the daycare.
I can't do it.
You can.
Nope.
You just gotta let go, bud.
Like Anna Nelson said, let it go.
This isn't a podcast. This is an intervention, bud.
This is a Mike Williams intervention.
Dun, dun,
I
dun, dun.
think I have him like 4 leagues. That's half of them.
Yeah, that's an issue. Everybody.
All right, pick 8.
All right, pick
Somebody
8.
like a
Kill the
stuffed
cards.
bear.
Taking Blake Corum.
Who he says is the best running back in the class. Let's get that on record.
Yeah.
Killer
Brandon
Cards
has
claims Blake
stated.
Corum, best running back in the class.
I don't think he's the best, but I don't think he's bad.
I don't think he's bad.
I like him.
And he's probably in the best spot of any of these rookie running backs.
He was the one person I never wanted to mention because I
Gus
wanted
Edwards.
to pick him myself in a couple drafts.
Edwards, goal line type guy. Not going to get a ton of carries. I don't think he's going to get the
No,
bell
he
cow.
went to the Rams.
Yeah, he went to the Rams.
Oh shit! I was
That's
seeing
not-
Los Angeles. I was thinking he went to the Chargers.
No, he went to the Rams. He
Nope,
went to
he's-
the
that's
other
bad
team.
news for Kyron Williams.
Dun 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 dun.
That's why Brandon did it too. Then
Yeah.
and he's like backing up his Kyron Williams love. I see that. Okay.
Yeah, handcuffing basically, just in case anything happens, which is a smart move on his behalf.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like.
but Stafford's not going to be there forever.
I don't like it as much for Corum though, not being a Charger. A little bit way better there.
Next
Oh, yeah,
up-
because he
well,
would have
he
been with
would've had his head
Harbaugh
coach.
again.
Yeah. Next up, we had Jarvis taking Jalen Wright, running
like
back
this.
to Miami. Another speed running back in Miami,
Ready to take over from Mostert when he gets hurt.
or A-Chain when he's not available.
Yeah.
He'll be
And
available.
Jalen Wright will get to play this year.
Oh yeah, by far, he'll play at least 3 games. It's just a matter of if he gets hurt.
I like the next one too.
Yep. Next up, we had Andy taking Marshawn Lloyd.
Yeah, I did. Blake Corum got taken.
I like Lloyd's spot too. Josh Jacobs' contract is only for really a 1-year deal with team options for the other 3. So
And they did re-sign AJ Dillon,
Yeah, I
but
was
it's one
gonna
of
say
those
you
things.
got AJ Dillon.
Dillon
Yeah,
is-
so anybody I could do that.
good football player. He's not good for the NFL. He's bad.
He's gonna be a backup. He's gonna be that big spell
Yeah,
back.
AJ Dillon's not ever gonna.
Anything
touch the
He's
ball
never
with
gonna
the-
scare the number 1 running back on that team. So
Yeah.
No, he ain't
steal
even,
of the draft, maybe.
We'll find out in 3 years. Pick 11 in the second round. Smokers Haven takes Michael Penix.
And actually had 2 Falcons fans picking the next 2 picks after this. So, like, yeah, I'm going to just move up, if only for the joke of moving ahead of them and taking their future quarterback. But also, I mean, he's 8th pick of the draft. This is a super flex. He's a 4th quarterback taken, and he's pick 211, the 6th quarterback taken in this draft.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, granted, he's probably got to sit 2 years, maybe more if Cousins is tearing it up and they just keep rolling with Cousins.
tearing it up or tearing it.
I think Penix's value just increases over the next 2 years as he gets closer to what people will perceive as his time to start.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, look at Jordan Love. Everyone kind of was dogging him,
Yeah.
and then he finally got to play, and look what happened.
yeah, now he's a top 10 quarterback in startups.
I think he gets better this year.
I hope so. I desperation traded for him, and it might be my starter this year, actually.
And next pick, the last pick of the second round, what my brother took, Ball of Beavers, taking Luke McCaffrey, which I thought was interesting.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I
Taking
mean,
got the
him
same
over.
he's got the name. He's got the
Workout
name
resume
value.
as his brother did. So
But there's a few other wide receivers. I was like, I'd way rather have frickin'
Yeah,
that guy.
Actually, I would have probably taken every receiver in this round that got taken over McCaffrey. But I mean, you're just taking shots at this point, anyways.
Yeah.
They're dart throws, so take the dart throw on the guy you like.
Yep. So going into the third round here, pick 1, I took Bucky Irving. He's just one of those running backs. I think he has a short route to a starting role. So
Yeah, they don't have much behind Rashad White, so
just one of
he'll
those things.
probably be the backup.
See what happens. You never know. Then we had you coming up here with 2 picks in a row.
I had a ton of picks in this draft.
yeah, I need to go and see exactly what you got for picks
Took
coming up this next
Xavier
year.
Leggett here.
I don't know. It's your league. I think you're adding extra picks and stuff. I got 3 first-round picks. This
Everybody
year.
trades. I got all 3 of Ryan's. He was pick 3, so I had his first, second, and third round picks for CD Lamb.
You gave him CD?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That was the last year of his deal. Last year, he tagged him, so he's got him this year too. But then he sucked. He ended up not winning like he was hoping, and ended up with the 3rd pick. So he made a trade to try to win, and it didn't work out. But he still got him for this year. So I took Leggett, first round wide receiver, in the 3rd, and then Jalen Polk, one of those weapons the Patriots grabbed for Drake.
Yeah.
Took him with the 3rd pick in the 3rd round. I like both of those. First round receivers, I think a second
Yeah.
second round receiver in Polk.
Polk.
So I'm happy with that.
Then we had kind of a little run on tight ends here by Jarvis. Not
Yep.
surprised. Taking Jatavian Sanders
And Theo
and
Johnson.
then Theo Johnson.
I considered Jatavian Sanders, but for the same reason Andy didn't take
Jonathan.
Jonathan Brooks. I didn't want Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Leggett, and Jatavian Sanders on my team. I'm not banking on Carolina that hard. But
Again, and
I
not
don't
until
fault him
Bryce
there.
Young is not the quarterback.
I was hoping one of those tight ends just dropped to me.
Yeah, in a
But it
2
didn't
tight end
happen.
league,
This Dingleberry decided, hey, I'm going to do this.
he might have 2 starters right there, 2 for their team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With
'cause-
Waller retiring,
Yeah.
Carolina doesn't really have anybody else, I don't think.
Not that I can think of that's
So
any good.
they invested in Jatavian Sanders.
So we'll see what happens.
Yep. Then we got Jim going homer. He's an FSU fan, ain't he?
No, he's a Von
No.
Tech fan.
He homered for you then.
No, he was just the best quarterback
Yeah.
available.
He could be.
Like I said,
Or
he's
he's like
one of those
one of
again. 2 years, you'll see what happens. He gets to maybe sit behind Rodgers for 2 years, learn,
Well, he gets to get
heal.
healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also learn an offense over a couple years and hopefully be able to then go out after that, get in like a Michael Penix situation.
Maybe Rodgers will be a more willing teacher, knowing that he's probably only playing 2 or 3 more years.
Yeah.
Not like he has 10 years left in front of him. So
Well, and again, with Travis being, I think it was like a 6th-round pick, he's got a 4-year deal. So it's like, hey, they still get a chance to use him at the end. And so then pick 7 in that round, we got Roman Wilson, who went to Pittsburgh.
I like that one.
Yeah, good
Pittsburgh
pick
seems
for
to be good at
Fish.
picking receivers. So
Yeah, it was tough not to take him just because Pittsburgh seems to know what they're doing on late round wide receivers. So
do a good job.
then Andy taking Ray Davis, running back.
I got my tight ends taken away.
Yeah.
So-
decided to load up at running
Like,
back.
oh yeah, no one will take one. Yeah, I'll get one of them. Nope, fucking no, my name's Jarvis. Beep, beep.
Running backs are tough to get. There's one more out there. It's kind of interesting, but he got taken to such a bad spot in Arizona. I can't remember his
Is
name.
that kid?
now. But decent, and I think they took him in like the 3rd round.
Cade Stover. Is that something?
No, it's like Tip.
No, that's the Rip Tiemann.
Yeah, yeah,
Something
there
like
you go,
that.
something like that.
It's supposed to be like a Swiss Army knife or something. I
But
see.
he's behind McBride, so it's like that's kind of sucks.
Tough
but-
because McBride's a
Maybe
stud.
they'll run a little bit more 2 tight end. Who
Yeah.
knows? But we'll find out there.
We had Dark Star homering up Jared Wiley.
Yeah, he was so mad. He's like, I gotta get myself one Chief in here.
Made me mad because I was trying to trade for that pick so I could take Burton, and I was trying to trade for that right after I took Polk. I started trying to trade for picks. Jarvis wasn't trading, and then no one even responded between Jim and Fish and Andy and Shane.
Oh no, I saw it.
No,
I'm not trading with you. You already made like 37 picks in this draft.
Yeah, I knew
Get
that's what
out
it
of
was. Too. I
dude.
made too many picks. I wanted Burton at this point, but
Yeah, I took my after he took him, I went and took Audric Estime, running back Denver again. I think he's a couple injury away from having a chance to play.
There's Javonte Williams in front of him, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Samaje Perine and Jaleel McLaughlin, not threats. So I think Estime will be the backup this year, and if Javonte Williams gets hurt or doesn't perform, see him get some carries.
So we'll see what happens there. And then we had pick 11, Jim or Fish, taking your guy there, Jermaine Burton.
My view, him and the next guy, out of all these late picks, have the best chance of increasing in value before the season starts. Because if T. Higgins gets traded, all of a sudden Burton's the number 2 in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And then the next guy, we had Matt taking Kamani Vidal. If during training camp and stuff, it shows that he's going to take over that role. This is the guy that went to the Chargers. If he ends up being the guy that takes over that role because Dobbins can't get healthy and Gus Edwards just isn't that guy, all of a sudden he jumps in value too.
Yeah. And what you know is going to be a run heavy offense.
Yep. And he's getting hyped up everywhere, that Kamani Vidal. Everywhere I see online, people are all over that guy. He's going in the 3rd round of rookie drafts pretty unanimously. So good pick by Matt. And the crazy thing is, though, this is the first time I remember rookie draft ending and still having multiple rookies I want on my roster. So it'll be an interesting auction draft going between the rookies and the veterans.
And that's something I think I hope they fix is being able to offer more than a 1-year contract right away.
I'm going to pull up the power rankings real quick. This first screen is kind of cool. See if I can make it. How's that look over there? Good. Better?
Yeah.
Bigger?
That looks
at least?
good.
This is the waiver wire. So this is the guys we'll be going after in the auction. Mahomes, Hurts. Bunch of big names.
A lot of big
But
names.
When we scroll down here, not super far down the list. We got rookies still. Troy Franklin, Javon Baker. We're talking a 4th, a 3rd, another
Yeah,
3rd
we
with
only get
McMillan.
3 rounds to pick, so
But normally at this point, when you get to the end of the
We don't
3rd
have a
round, you
couple
don't
big
really
guys.
have guys that you're interested in right away before training camp or anything. So, what I wanted to pull up here was this page. Yeah, so all the stupid negative ones. Ages haven't filled in for my team, so my team looks stupid young. Total team value. Look who's number 1. We got Bald Beavers with the number 1 overall team value.
Oh, where do you see that?
And in the RSO Power Rankings, roster masters.
Oh, isn't that?
So scroll over to the right thing.
You said roster master.
Those tiny little bars, or just grab that scroll bar all the way.
There it is.
Yeah, way up.
Oh,
All the way at the
Snapchat.
top, there's a kind of a breakdown there. So like Jim's number 1 in total team, then Fish, Matt, me, Steve, Aaron. But this is again pre-auction, so
Yeah,
obviously
it's just
this
based on
isn't.
current rosters.
Yeah. The value with picks is
Not changed much.
yeah. There's really only a couple picks that have been traded from 25 and 26. So
I don't agree with this at all.
like we could pull up your roster.
We
look at-
can.
Average
We
player
don't need to talk
value.
about it, but we can.
I've got the highest average player value, followed by Coop, and then Wade, Fish. Average starter value, me and Coop. Those are going to change a bunch, though, once people do the auction and fill in their teams.
Well,
But this
I'm
is
wondering
kind of
how
a-
much that age affects it too, with like yours.
Well, the age doesn't. The values are coming from keep trade cut, so the age part won't matter. The age is just.
But
This,
I'm wondering
this
how
part.
much, if that is messing maybe with some of the rankings, though. We'll find out once they
Yeah,
update. But
because here's if you look over, this is like my roster. So you got Joe Burrow, Brooks, and it shows the keep trade cut values over here, and then their ages. And it just unfortunately keep trade cut doesn't have some rookies
age.
ages in there yet, and I happen to have 4 of those that aren't in there, so it's just fucking up the age part. Let's go look at Andy's team.
No.
Far
Get
down,
out of there.
Far down is that one.
Oh, that's not me.
There it is. So we got
I'm in like a rebuild
we got
process.
Caleb
though.
Williams.
So
top
yeah, we can
quarterback.
look at it.
I like that. Caleb Williams, Justin Herbert, solid. Bryce Young, if he takes a step forward, got good quarterbacks.
You can just cut Bryce Young now and just
I like your running backs better this year than I did last year.
Yeah, I like just my first one there.
Yeah, Trey Benson, Marshawn Lloyd. I like both of those options. Ray Davis. Receivers, solid. Tank Dell, George Pickens, Amari Cooper, Hollywood. I like that.
with
Tight ends.
Christian
tight
Kirk
ends
on
just
the
suck all
bench.
around.
Yeah, tight end. You know, I'm just gonna. You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna fill in that spot.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna do this
That's
year.
what most people are doing. Just filling it in, seeing what they get for points.
Because I'm not gonna get one of the top 3 or 4. So
Yeah, we'll go
I'm not
pull
gonna
up
waste money. I'm not gonna waste time.
the other main sheet here. So here's everybody's cap and what's left. Here's the total number of players on rosters
There
right
goes
now.
another
219. We got another 141 to draft.
Is that what the actual?
Huh?
That's the actual number of people left to draft.
That's the number of people on rosters right now, 219.
Okay.
Well, there's 32 quarterbacks on rosters, 92 receivers, 37 tight ends.
Whoa, where did you find that?
That's on, if you go
Main
scroll the tabs all the way over to main sheet. This is the one I made. And I just tacked it onto the Geniuses spreadsheet. But this one kind of, instead of pulling up the website and looking at the stuff, it kind of consolidates it into one place. You can see like Teabaggers has no running backs. I've only got one. A couple teams with only one quarterback.
I have 8 running backs.
Couple teams with 11 wide receivers.
Oh yeah, I'm not one of those.
Why do I have 8? Me and Matt both have 8 running backs.
8 running backs, huh? Let's see what you guys spend on your running backs. Oh shoot! I should have the team names a little closer. What number are you? 11.
Third from the bottom.
Let's look at the number to the left, and that stays the same. That actually scrolls across with it. So you're 11. You got 42 million into your running backs. 16% of your cap. Matt, right below you.
No, Matt's
third one down.
third from
46
top.
mil.
46 mil,
46,
18%. This seems to be a pretty general number that everybody's at right now, except for a couple
Matt's
teams that don't
numbers
have
are
any.
wide receivers.
Well, Jarvis is at 59 with 23%, and he's got 6.
Holy shit. How about you?
Look at Matt's receivers, 30% of his cap, 76 million on his 11 receivers. I think he was the one with 11, right?
Who's spending 22% on their tight ends? Who is that?
Jim.
Yeah.
That's Jim.
That's Jim.
That's the Paul
57
Beavers.
million spent on his tight ends. Then we got the dead cap. We got Andy over there with 47 mil, almost all from Zeke and Delvin.
Delvin Cook. But you're looking at 47 mil. Had I left him on my team, we're looking like
80,
at 75, 80. Yeah, mil.
Yep, and that'll all come off after this year.
And I
think, 'cause
get
they're
all
2-year
of
deals.
it back next year.
Yep.
Cha-ching. That's why I'm rebuilding. That's why I got Caleb and those
I don't
2,
think
3
the
running
roster
backs.
space has been adjusted yet.
My high end one is quarterback, 29% of my cap on quarterback. Which one?
The roster space, I don't think that's right.
You have 60, should be 14.
I thought we only had to do 22.
Yeah, but it still makes you go all the way up to 30.
Oh,
so
okay.
like
Yeah,
I
so-
can remove them afterwards, but the minimum to fill is I just take that out of there because that's going to be the amount it makes you set aside to fill your roster all the way.
Spend per player, so just over 8.
Yep, that'd be your average.
Matt's at just over 11.
Oh, there's the names. I knew I put them somewhere else so that you could have the names on one side, on both sides. Yeah, Matt's got the highest average, but he can only get 6 players
Yeah.
unless he cuts some people. Him and Jim both have pretty full rosters, and there's a bunch of us that have 16 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Yeah, I'm sitting at
What?
about 8.5. Wade's sitting at 10. He's got 14 to spend, so he's kind of one of the bigger spenders.
With no running backs, so
Yeah, he's going to have to be spending on running back
yeah. What do we got coming up here?
for.
I don't like that because I want to spend more money on other players.
Josh Jacobs being the top one available. He's at RB 14 and keep trade cut. And granted, those are going to be the dynasty rankings, so maybe redraft he's a little higher than that. Maybe he's lower. I would think he's probably a touch higher.
You got Aaron Jones,
Drops off quick.
Swift, Henry, Mixon.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple wide
That's
receivers-
interesting.
running back
So, how is Aaron Jones RB 35,
because
but ahead in value of all those guys below?
he's the starter behind some of the backups that are ranked above him.
That's interesting. I'll have to look into that a little bit.
That is an interesting how it does it.
I found one when I was looking through. Alexander Madison was missing out of the raw data. When I talked to dude, and all of a sudden it was fixed across all the sheets. So he like fixed his raw data on his end or whatever, and it updates across all the sheets that are using it.
Oh, nice.
Freaking sweet.
No sound on the podcast.
Yeah. No, we've got some.
No sound on the podcast.
Who said that? A texter too. Really? Oh, let me check because it looks like it's moving.
Yeah, I show.
Looking at it the whole time.
That we have.
It's going.
That's just what I was told. Yeah.
Well, apparently we are.
Well, you know what? It's a good point to maybe wrap up for the week. Try to figure out what the hell's going on with our shit.
Right.
Oh, you didn't want to. We'll wait. Well,
What? We're gonna throw together the debate thing.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a debate thing. If I don't know, no one's hearing it, but you can hear it on Spotify. I don't know. I
start
think we're
it.
gonna take turns who's debating who.
I'm not debating nobody.
All right, well then me
I'm
and
not
Coop are going to
debating
debate each other
anybody.
with
Well,
Andy
man,
being the
special ones. I might do it.
Andy's going to be the
Moderator.
moderator.
Oh, I get to
Yep.
pick it up.
So, and they're going to be quick ones. Going to be like 20, 30 seconds each, and we'll throw them up on YouTube Shorts.
Who's our scrum of the
So,
week?
if you have any questions that you want to hear us debate about, throw them out there. Andy's going to come up
Any-
to watch, dude. So,
Any questions?
Whatever you want.
They don't even have to be football related.
Preferably, though.
Most of them will be,
I'm going to
but we're just
destroy my
going-
$2,000 worth of equipment that's not working. So, God damn it.
It's gonna be one of those smash rooms, huh?
What do you
Let
want?
me get this up.
Yeah,
We'll just stay
Well,
high, everybody.
always.
Peace.
Till next week.
Later, fellers.